1897, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score there. Oh, 240 games for opponent, but actually well over, nearly 2200 in rapid from 200 games, so fundamentally a very good player. Okay. I'm just going to develop and make sure I can castle here. It comes up. Let's develop the bishop. Okay, now we can get a nice London structure. Not that I play that very often, but we've got it this game. I'm going to drop back, see if he goes bold. He doesn't. Okay, let's trade the bishop. I'm going to develop the knight this way and maybe come back this side. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I could go here, but I don't see what I'm actually achieving. If I go here, I hit the queen, but there's nowhere else to go, so I like the idea of coming back this way, hitting the bishop. Not that I'm necessarily achieving a great deal this way either, but I'm not really, am I? But it's done now. Mind you, I can hit the bishop here, bishop back, take. Would I sack? I don't think I would. Let's just play the knight across. I don't think I could sack there. Let's play this rook across. We're getting slightly cramped, aren't we? So I'm wondering if he's going to push there. He might do. Let's go and hit that bishop anywhere, and then we'll probably just come straight back relatively quickly. Yeah, I'll come here and challenge this annoying knight. I can always come back here if he plays g5. Okay, he's pushed in the middle, so we've got a chance to give him an isolated pawn. I think I need to take there. If he goes with a queen, we might have pawn up, so that's dangerous, but our f2 pawn is not actually guarded, the rook and the knight the wrong way around. If he goes with the knight, take, and I take the queen. So I think he might have to leave the pawn there, actually. You might have to ignore that. Just to get it back in a move or two's time, it'll just be a temporary pawn. Yeah, he's seen it and he's spotted this idea. So we're going to have to take, aren't we? Anything better? What about knight up? Knight takes. I'm just going to play knight up and hit the pawn if he takes. He'd probably play a move like rook first. I think that's just a temporary pawn. We're not going to be able to keep it. There's no way we're going to play a move like f4. That seems crazy. I guess you've got to consider it, but it seems crazy. Knight back, you're still going to be able to win the pawn. So we just pressure here. Yeah, maybe even something like this is probably good for black. Let's just see how he plays it. Maybe knight back and challenge the center. Yeah, that's what he's gone for. Do I push the pawn then and say, well, I'm not going to keep it, so just sack the pawn? I could play knight back initially. We're not going to take the knight now. So let's drop the knight back, but I'm just debating whether to do this, but it actually opens the file for the rook, so it's dangerous either way. Queen back and he'll be able to collect. Mind you, we might have a nice bishop up at some point. Or maybe this. There's lots of ideas. I'm not sure what's good, what's not so good. Let's get the cursor off the board so there's no slips there. So what's his idea? What's he looking at? Oh, he's played queen back to attack the pawn. Logical. Now, I guess queen up is a very natural reply. Now, he's tempted me into take here. Well, that's got to be bad, hasn't it? But it does undermine the knight. That feels crazy, doesn't it? If I push here, this is going to be permanently loose. Queen up trade is probably fine. Taking just feels wrong. Yeah, I'm going to have to play queen up. Taking just feels like you're asking for an awful lot of trouble. If he sacks here, I think we're fine to take back. Well, obviously right now the queen would hang as well, but we have to remember there's increment here, so we're not going to be winning a game on the clock. Oh, it's very unlikely anyway. It's much less likely. There's 2 seconds per move. So you've got to try and play good chess. Yeah, so do we want to do this now? With a queen gone, it might be better, but right now he's got an isolated pawn. The knight across guards that pawn. That seems sensible to me. Just develop a knight to a better square and deal with the threat at the same time. So now he's come in hitting the pawn as well again. So now we probably have to push, right? Knight in trade, we're loose. But there is a pawn here up for grabs, which he might have missed. So do I take the pawn? I think I do. I'm going to grab the pawn and then look to push. I mean, maybe he can sack, but I don't think it's good. I'm threatening to deflect the knight and grab here as well. Oh, he has sacked, but now there's a check threat he needs to see, and he's missed it. That should be good enough. I know he hits my rook, but we take back, yeah. So we just got a little bit fortunate there. You see, my opponent, like I said, is nearly 2200 in rapid, so a strong player at my level. So let's see how the engine says we actually played this. 27 moves. They're the move times for both players. So let's just see how we actually did. Oh, we've done very well there. 95% versus 86% accuracy. The CPL is 14 versus 32. And it's flatline level up to here. And the mistake is pushing the pawn. The engine is saying knight to a5 straight away. And in this position, we're still level here, but we just start building a gradual advantage. We've then, in this position, gone slightly worse. So we should have played queen e2 instead of offering the queen trade. We should have defended it here. So we've lost 1 point there on the eval. But otherwise, it's just a simple blunder, isn't it? So knight across is okay. And that allows us to take, and then the sack, and he's just missed the knight check. So we gain a rook for free and then trade back here. So that wins the game. So very good.